Here's a swing and a high pop-up on the infield. The wind's got it, pushing it towards third. Vizquel with those velvet hands makes the catch, and that's it for New York. They do get a run on 2 hits, a double play, and nobody left. Halfway through.
The Yankees take a 2-0 lead, and it's a great pleasure to swap across the pond as we focus on British baseball. Joining me in this studio, manager of the reigning champion Bracknell Blazers and former BBF president Rob Rance.
Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Very well, Rob. Thanks for coming on.
Rob.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh.
It's great to hear your voice, Rob. A former teammate of mine, a coach of mine, Rob Rance. Love him.
Thanks, Josh.
There's some love coming down.
Yeah, there is. A whole lot of love from the big JC.
Absolutely. Now, of course, the National Fours, the finals.
Yep.
The big event next weekend.
Absolutely.
Move of venue is the first thing to focus on.
Yeah.
From Croydon, where it's been for a number of years, now to the Hearts.
Looking forward to it.
What's that all about?
Well, it goes out to tender now, and I think the venue change with Hearts taking on board the way they run things, it should be a good show. They do things right, they do things correctly.
Rob, in terms of the field dimensions, I mean, I know that there are 2 fields at Hertz. The second one, is a little bit of a bandbox. I mean, will that affect teams at all, or,
Well, I hit a home run there a few weeks ago, so I'm going to say it's about 450 feet.
With the wind blowing in heavily.
You know what? It's a little shallow, but it's the same for both sides at the end of the day.
It's been a big year for British baseball, and a couple of record-breaking performances from the London Mets, Jason Roberts. Unbelievable, 15-0 with 15 complete games. Dan Williams set a single-season batting average record. How daunting is that as the defending champions with those types of performances?
You know what? It's quite daunting at present because we've lost a couple of bodies, one through injury, one through college commitments, and the other teams are coming to form where we've slipped off the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, we put paper to pencil this week and really thought about where we're going to go.
Well, yeah, how do you deal with that? Of course, the format for the Final Four, it's a double elimination, so you have to play multiple games in order to get there. Talk a little bit about the strategy. If you don't want to give away your strategy, that's fine, but generally.
No, well, you know what, as you well know, JC, last year we did it the hard way. Never been done before. We lost game 1 on the Saturday, put us up against the wall, and we did it because we had the determination, and what feels through is the pitching. We have 9 guys that can hit the mound for us, whereas the other teams don't.
Rob, we've got some live game pictures coming back, which means we need to rejoin the action. You'll stay with us?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Rob Rance, of course, the former BBF president, joining us to talk about the Nationals. Let's rejoin the action. The Yankees lead by 2. We're into the bottom of the third. 2-0 Yankees. I'm still joined in the studio by the manager of the reigning champion Bracknell Blazers and former British Baseball Federation president Rob Rance. Rob, lovely to have you. Let's just talk about the finances. I've been coming down year on year off to the Nationals. I remember starting up in Brighton.
Yep.
Great facilities. There was real buzz about it. There looked to be money behind it. Then Croydon did a fantastic job with very little funding, it seemed. Always made everybody feel very welcome. What is the financial situation? Do they get any backing? Is there any money there for them to help out with these Final Fours?
The Final Fours itself, no. The federation itself has changed quite considerably. Back in the Brighton days, BSUK were able to help because the government allowed, and they have to spend the money where they say. What is happening, though, on a plus is over the next sort of 4 years, you're going to see sort of 4 super diamonds built off of government money from Sport England.
Do we know where?
No, every club is able to tender for it.
Right.
And then BSUK will go through a process to allow and decide where that money's going to go.
My back garden might be wonderful.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I didn't know your back garden was that big. You're getting paid a lot more than I am, clearly.
We both know. Yeah.
Hey, Rob, talk a little bit about where the standard is for baseball right now and how it's changed over the last few years.
The last few years has seen a lot of the sort of expat-type players not be in the game. Some pluses in that is that a lot of the natural talent in the UK has been able to come forth. If you look at some of the guys like Henry Collins, is probably thrown better in the last couple of years than he has done in his entire career. And I think that's because of the amount of play time that these guys now get because of some of the better sort of Australians and Americans on around to play.
Well, and Rob, indicative of that on the Great Britain national team this year at the European Championships, of course, you had some domestic players, which hadn't been the case in a while, guys like Henry and Ryan Trask.
Yeah, we had
Mike
4
Trask.
from Bracknell. Yeah, we had Henry Collins, Ryan Trask, Mike Trask, and Brendan Cundiff.
Which was great, but at the same time, a little disappointed that GB got relegated. Is there any talk about maybe hosting this coming, I guess there's a sort of a promotion type of tournament that will occur next year?
Next year, qualifiers. Yeah, I think there is talk. A little bit out of the loop since having my my first child of what is actually going on, but I think
You need to have a word with the wife. That's what I do.
I'm going to be careful. I think she's listening. But yeah, I think there is talk about hosting to make it, because that's one of the things we get frowned upon in GB is that we don't host enough international play.
Rob, tragically, we've run out of time. It's brilliant you've made the effort to come in on a Sunday night.
Pleasure, Johnny. It's great. Always great to see you.
Always a joy. Wish you the best of luck.
Great to talk to you, Rob.
And you, Josh.
Get down to the Hearts Falcons. It's free. It's baseball. It's British. Make sure you join in. Massive thanks to Aspie Dimitrov as well, the Southern Senior League Commissioner. Aspie, thanks for getting in touch and sorting out Rob for us. Brilliant stuff, Rob. You're a legend. Let's rejoin the action. We're in the top of the fourth. Yankees lead by 2.
Robinson can know. Fly ball to right field. An easy out for Andrew Jones as the Sox trail this one 2-0. Your family was here.